Tonight is a special night. Not only are we having this amazing open mic, y'all, we are having a feature night for the one and only Frequency. Can you make some noise for Frequency, y'all? And this is their book release night, so tonight you can purchase a signed copy of On Unbecoming right over here in the back. We got something in the front. There's Frequency over there, y'all. Right by the books. Can you wave? Hey. All right, y'all. The special thing about this show is I'm your wonderful host, but also I've been knowing Frequency for over 11 years, since I was in 6th grade, and I am so blessed to be hosting this show and journeying all of you all through an amazing night of poetry. Frequency is also a Woman of the World champion, okay? Woman of the World Slam Poetry champion. So tonight we are honoring them and their poetry. Over here we have Kaiser on the bar, so please keep the drinks going and flowing. Kaiser, thank you for the drinks you've been serving so far. Y'all can get y'all and grab y'all drinks over there. Okay, without further ado, y'all, let's get into this night of poetry. If you hear a poem, some words that are really touching your heart and your soul, you can snap. Can we snap in the space? Let me hear some snaps. Let me hear some that's good. You can also throw fire in them hands, rub them hands together. Can I hear some fire? Yes, when these poets come on the stage, they're feeding off of your energy, so let them know and show them some love, y'all. Please, please, please. So, I want to come up and share a poem with you guys, let you guys know a little bit about my poetry, if that's okay. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Anew. Permanence has a sour taste on my tongue. I function not as a period, but as the curl of a comma and the wink of a semicolon. Though not to be spoken of as a run-on sentence, I, a free verse poem, a hip-hop soliloquy with thick-cut hyperboles, I, verse, chorus, bridge, and return. I, the spirals of a vinyl, the spin of a disc jockey's turntables, too much to be chained to a thesis dipped in the white noise of academia. I, the surly songs of a Mandike griot, returning and anew, returning and anew, returning and anew. Anew. Now let's all make ourselves new with this new poet coming up. Let's welcome Zach Blunt onto the stage, y'all. Give me some snaps.
Y'all make some noise for your host one time. So I'm gonna get up here and do a poem real quick, but before I get into that poem, I'm a videographer, photographer, I do all that shit with the camera. So with your consent, can I get a group video with y'all right quick? All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up, I'm gonna hit record, and on a count of 3, I want y'all to make all the motherfucking noise y'all can. Can y'all do that for me? Yeah. All right, let's see what about it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah! That was dope as fuck. Y'all are beautiful. I'm gonna put this camera down. I'm gonna get into this poem, y'all. Yeah. Don't let me forget that back there. That would be crazy as hell. Shout out to my DJ one time. Yeah, she been keeping fire. If you like when I'm spitting, you can snap, you can clap, you can make noise. That feeds me. I'm a poet. I have an ego, and it needs to be fed. Okay. So. Inside the lens of a camera is something called an aperture. And its purpose is to let light into the sensor. This fascinates me. This is much like the human eye. You see, beneath the iris is the pupil, and it dilates in the darkness. This fascinates me. How adaptable the human body can be. How we are designed to see even in the darkest places. And I wonder if this applies to things unseen by the human eye, like when depression cloaks the mind in the dark? What if the heart starts to dilate, opening up its aperture, snapshot everything into a brighter thought than it used to be, boosting the saturation, punching up the exposure, pushing back the shadows and letting the highlights illuminate the memories? It would be so nice if the brain could process like a Lightroom. But this is not how it works. Brain chemistry can't compound into such a clean comparison, can't morph the mind into a metaphor neat enough to fold inside the consciousness of every thought, can't morph the mind into a metaphor neat enough to fold into the consciousness of every person that thinks mental health is a joke. I never thought it was a joke, but when my best friend opened up to me about her anxiety, I said, hey yo, maybe you need to find better ways to relax. I didn't realize how unhelpful that was until the panic attack took my breath away. And herein lies the problem. We don't know what we're talking about until we feel what it feels like, because the most universal experiences are also the most subjective ones. Like, how do we all feel emotional pain, yet it is still so difficult to explain? Even for me, the poet, whose purpose is to take big concepts and make them more concrete. And here is when I bring back that metaphor about the aperture. Opening up, letting in the light, so you can finally see what I'm saying. Because some of you still won't understand how this poem has never been about anxiety or depression or any isolated emotion for that matter, but rather the sum of all of these feelings and how hard they are to talk about, and how even when we find the words to say how we feel, there's a person out there that still won't believe it is real, because a gaslight in the chamber is cause for combustion, and you wonder why so many people are out of their minds, why so many people blow out their minds. And I know causation does not mean correlation, but there has to be something to a society who thinks empathy is only as deep as aesthetics. And here is where the imagery falls apart, because we are in the dark and our eyes are wide the fuck open, but what about our hearts? Can we open up the aperture? Can we let in the light? I'm Zach Blunt. Thank y'all so much.
For the love of poetry, y'all, make some more noise for Zach, y'all. Hey. Now, if you're from New Orleans, can I hear your voice for a minute? All right. Hey. Okay, DJ. This DJ been rolling. I've been having to forget that this is right about now and not the club. You know, Cafe Istanbul. But I want to teach y'all something right quick. Since we in New Orleans and we got to do call and response, when I say right about, I want you to say now, okay? Right about? Now. Right about? Now. Right about, right about, right about? Now. Hold on, church. Right about? Now. Right about? Now. Right about, right about, right about? Now. Hey, give me a round of applause for yourself. Okay, the next quote we have coming up is Hakeem Olaj. On deck we have Misplaced Antoinette.
How y'all doing, New Orleans? So I just drove in from Austin, Texas. I'm currently on my way to see my mother-in-law in Alabama, and my homie, Frequency, is having their book release, so I was like, let's stop in New Orleans to take a break, right? So I think I have this poem memorized, so we about to see. For those that have escaped their demons with a good heart still intact, but yet you still